Yung mouse ko
Ayan.
bumibigay na.
Huh? No.
Yes.
I'm busy chasing butterflies. Wow. Wow, ano to? Cookie cow. Cookie cow. What you do? Hello, birdie. Is a blue jay. Hot damn. Mau. Wow. I'm not going down there, bro. Woo!
Ayun. What? Nagawa mo?
Tang inang parkour yan. Noob. Huh. Huh. Yung coordinates. I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. Saan na yan? Baka matay ulit tayo para mapunta tayo sa spawn point.
What you doing ba?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
Adventuring.
Tawa
Ang
ka na.
tumagal kasi ako sa ano, super taas. Dapat ano, yung water sheet. Bakit?
MLG.
Yung cliff hindi naman ano, hindi pa namang pantay, parang ano siya, hill type.
Umabit.
Yeah, yung black
Lobo.
mali yung nalapagan.
Skill issue.
Skill issue, hindi pixel perfect. Yan. Ay, ba't dito pa rin nag-respawn? What?
My bed?
Tinanggal ko na nga yun eh.
Apa?
Ayun, okay na. Ano yun? Chat? You have no home bed, charge spawn anchor. Or it was obstructed. Good. Pupunta na lang tayo sa yan. Tip 10, 651. Malapit-lapit na yan dito. It's raining. Must have been something you said. Oop, boop. Blup, 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 blup.
It looks bad.
Shit. Can I get a kiss? And
Hey.
can you make it last forever?
Hey.
No, 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 no. But I don't know if I could see you again. Miss. And now. I said, okay, 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 okay. Na 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 2020 vision. Maybe on a long vacation. Wonder if you look both ways when you cross time. I said, and sick of chasing. You're the one that's always trying to my daydream. But I only see your face when I close my eyes. Shh. Fuck off. Then make it last forever. I said I'm about to go to war. And I don't know if I could see you again.
What's that?
Look, Gogo, hindi na pick up. $6.51. Dito pa. Ano? Oop. Wow. Hirang barog. Ang. Yung cord. 651. Negatives. 10. Malapit na tayo. We are arriving. Our destination. Uy. 651 lang, B. Huh? Sumobra. Ito. Yan naman po siya.
Pwede yun.
Maayos na yung pagka-place ng water ngayon. Wow. What is this bird? Cardinal. Uy, may water buffalo tropa.
Ano?
Hello. Buffalo. Hit him with a stick. Oh. Oh, hold up. Dumadami na kayo, bro. Bro.
Nakuha mo na items mo?
Yeah. Brr. Ang weird na maglakad ng creeper ngayon, girl.
Bangod.
Parang matutumba na ewan.
Lasing.
Oh. Holy fuck. Hindi ko na namamamatay. Woo! Ang katipal talaga nung creeper na yun. Oh shit.
Grabe.
Kung ano, 2 hearts.
They look 3D. Ganda. Shaders ka na.
I've got apples for days, bro.
Ay, Priox. Doon na sila sa bahay.
Wow.
Iwan ako.
Yan. Rio. Wait.
Mas lumalabas lagi yung screen na ano, diba? Yung sa Optifine something Twilight. May proceed na button. There you go.
Di ko sure. Di ko maalala.
Kada bukas. MC.
Ano ulit yung lumalabas na sinasabi mo?
Yung may mabang nakasulat, tapos i-click mo
Wait.
proceed.
Parang ano yata yun eh, compatibility sheet, ewan ko.
Oo, sa Twilight, tapos Optifine. Lumalabas pa
Ayun.
yun.
Kanin. Kaya nga.
Huwag ka na mag-ano, Optiforge.
Ay, shit.
Restart daw, sabi.
Asera baro go to war.
Huwag ka na
Oh, fuck.
mag-Optiforge. Forge na lang ulit.
O, sige.
Tapos download mo to.
O,
Oculus.
sige.
Nasa server mods channel.
Wait, be right back. Burb.
The first menu we're gonna is world curvature, if you're a fan of that, or waving stuff, which sets a whole bunch of blocks into motion. By default, leaves won't wave, which makes your trees kind of motionless. Therefore, let's go into waving stuff and set waving leaves to on. I also like to reduce the waving speed to 0.3, just to make the movement more subtle and more immersive. Okay, and back. Down here we have a snow mode, which turns any terrain into a winter wonderland, which is pretty cool. Okay, now we still have a couple of sub-menus here where we should adjust a few things. Let's start with fog settings. Here we have the border fog distance, which limits your visibility by introducing some fog in the distance. The standard value 10 is also the standard value from Minecraft. If you play with a render distance that is higher than 15, then and only then you should increase that and make it 5 less than your 15. That value from only then you should increase that and make it 5 less than your actual render distance. Now, I don't know about you, but I like when I can see the actual render distance. Now, I don't know about you, but I like when I can see the air or when the atmosphere is a bit denser, when we have a little bit of mist. To achieve that, we can go into atmospheric fog settings and then set overworld atmospheric fog distance to 4.0 and the overworld atmospheric fog altitude to 83. Tip: if you want to increase this atmospheric fog even further, then increase the fog altitude. Boy, beams to the nether. The visual you wanna and take a look at the light shaft settings here on the right. In this menu we can adjust the strength of light shafts. While the standard settings are nice for recording, they can be a bit overwhelming during the gameplay. Nether big time. No, never gonna do that again. Stupid nether. Now we are done with the fog options, so let's go back to the world settings and take a look at the light shaft settings here on the right. In this menu we can adjust the strength of light shafts. While the standard settings are nice for recording, they can be a bit overwhelming during the gameplay. That is the reason why I set my light shaft strength to 0.35. With that we have to make some corrections, and therefore I set light shaft noon multiplier to 1.3. Then the light shaft night multiplier to 3.5 to keep the nice light beams from the moonlight. And for a better visibility underwater, I set the light shaft water multiplier to 0.45. We also just reduced the brightness, which we will have to adjust later on in water. Okay, and one back. In the submenu outline settings you can add the classic black outline to all the blocks in Minecraft, which makes them look a little bit more like drawn, like a cartoon. And you can even add an alternative outline and say how strong and thick this line is going to be. I actually quite like it. Huh? I have thumbs! I hate it! Choose whatever you like. I, however, will leave that off. And done! Back to the shader settings. We continue with post-process. With auto exposure, we can keep the brightness more or less at the same level during the gameplay. It will adapt automatically when we look into bright. We continue with post-process. With auto exposure, we can keep the brightness more or less at the same level during the gameplay. It will adapt automatically when we look into bright or dark areas. Might be nice for a video, but I personally don't like it that much and will leave it off. If you are a fan of motion blur and lens flares, then you can enable these here. For the lens flare, I reduced the strength to 0.5 though, to make it visible but not obstructive. I like my colors to be just a tiny bit less saturated, therefore I go into tone map and set the saturation to 0.95. The rest here, however, is tuned in pretty well, and I'm just gonna leave it and go back. If you like to have a more dense atmosphere and an overall glow, then you can go to the bloom settings and increase the bloom strength. Normally I always reduce that setting or turn it off, but for the complementary shaders we get a really nice look if we increase that to 0.5. Though to prevent light sources that are held in the hand from being too bright, we have to make sure that hand bloom reduction is set to on. For the same reason I reduced nether bloom multiplier to 0.7. Good, let's go back and take a look at the depth of field / distance blur settings. Good, let's go back and take a look at the depth of field / distance blur settings.
Optifine lang.
Hindi.
Forge lang.
Forge lang.
Okay. Tapos,
I-download mo yung
Shit.
Oculus dyan sa mods. Download mo na lahat yan. Is good.
server and mods. Puta, ang dami ah.
Tumingin ka na lang. Yung need mo lang naman yung Oculus.
Yung?
Oculus. Sa performance mod.
Sige.
Useful yung ano. Ind move. Yung pinakauna.
In move.
Oh, yung pinakauna.
Wow. Cool.
Kahit naka-inventory, makakalakad ka.
Wow. Sige, download mo lahat. Okay.
Sige.
Sige. Taragis. Walang problema.
Okay.
Oculus, flywheel, complementary.
The distance blur is a really nice feature that makes you feel more encapsulated within the Minecraft world. The standard setting, however, limits the visibility on land and underwater quite a bit. Therefore, I recommend to reduce the blur strength to 8.0, which will take care of the overworld blur. Then, reduce the underwater distance blur to 2.0. With that, you will greatly increase the visibility underwater, and light-emitting mobs won't look like blobs anymore. To better navigate and explore the nether, I also recommend to reduce the nether distance blur strength to 3.0 to depth of field. By that, everything we directly look at will get focused while everything else gets blurred. During the gameplay, that isn't really enjoyable, at least for me, but this could be useful to record a video. In case that you want to use depth of field, then I would go with the standard settings of the shader. So basically, don't adapt the settings I just presented. Take a look at the shadows, which are one of the most performance-hungry settings that we have here. Therefore, the basic concept is, if you want to gain a significant amount of FPS, then turn the shadows off. The shadow map resolution should be set to medium during the gameplay. The payoff for a higher resolution is not that much compared to the performance cost. If you're rendering a scene in your replay mod though, then this rule doesn't apply, and I recommend to have an ultra settings when you is a pretty neat option. It limits the radius in which objects around you will cast a shadow. By reducing this to 8, we can save a lot of performance and can't really notice that the mountains or flying with your key allow leaf blocks to render a shadow. And that looks like something we can use to tweak the shadows a little bit. But in fact, and be aware of that, we will not gain any FPS if we turn this on. So only turn this on if you really like the look of not having foliage shadows. Okay, we're done here. Let's go back to the shader settings. Next up, lighting. The first thing to do here is to activate scene-aware colored lighting. The performance impact is very low, and in return the color of the light source will transmit over to the adjacent blocks, which looks absolutely amazing. With random colored block lighting here at the bottom, any town turns into a magical and festive scene. Very practical if you hold on.
I might be breaking my laptop.
Sheesh. Cool.
An evening event with your friends.
Sheesh. The shader museum.
That's cool, bro.
With handheld light distance, we can set the amount of blocks that get illuminated when we have a light source in our hand. I recommend to set that to 22 to have a good visibility at night and in caves when we explore.
3, 6, 9...
Then we have the block light flickering, which lets all lights randomly flicker. With the bar to the right, we can set how noticeable this flickering is. If you use it, leave it at 0.6 and it will be immersive and very subtle. Now let's take a look at overworld light colors. And here we actually don't have that much to do. Unlike other shaders, the settings here are already pretty good and well balanced. Two things that I would suggest though is to make the morning and evening a little bit more vibrant. To do so, select sunlight morning and set green to 172,
Pasok rin din
blue
to
to
sa ano, diba?
68, and the
Mods.
intensity to 0.95. With that, the
Okay.
morning sun has a very rich yellow and orange light. Just perfect to start a new day in Minecraft.
Shaders, no
Yellow and
problem.
orange light. Just perfect to start a new day in has a light and the intensity green evening a little bit more vibrant. To do so, select sunlight morning and set green to 172, blue to 68,
Boom,
and the
boom.
intensity to
Boom, boom,
0.95.
boom,
With
boom,
that,
boom,
the
boom,
morning sun
boom. 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 Boom.
68 and the intensity to 0.95. With that, the morning sun has a very rich yellow and orange light. Just perfect to start a new day in Minecraft. Red to
Enter.
244, green to 150.
Boom. Ang gusto ko muna matulog, Alisa.
Yeah.
I want to sleep. Ang init. Nasaan ka ba?
Doon sa first village.
Tanga, in real life.
Ah, Pangasinan.
Ha?
Pangasinan.
Ay, we?
Oh.
Siya. Video set. Sheesh. Nakaiba na yung video settings, tropa.
Yeah.
Ay, copy for jelly squid. Ano to? Sheesh.
Hmm?
Gosh.
Yan.
Shaders.
May download ka?
Refresh shader. Drag and drop shaders. Packs to add. Open. Saan yung shaders na yan?
Go to phone.
6.
Type keyboard. 22415.
Blue to 36. And the intensity to 0.95. Now our evening appears in red-orange colors with a touch of purple.
Okay.
Very romantic, and then set the dimension
Aragis.
colors. Here I recommend to set the
Extract all.
nether color intensity to 3.1. This will not make
Boom.
everything more colorful, but increase the brightness of the nether. The end color intensity, which I set to 2.75. The end. We do that in a few seconds. We are done here. Let's go back to the shader settings and then select sky. Turn on vanilla
Copy.
skybox sun moon if you're
Base.
using a sky mod together with your complementary shaders. Otherwise, your
Boom.
modified sky will not show up. With sun glare strengths, you can make the illuminated region around the sun brighter or darker and decide how blinding the sunlight should be when you look into it. I think the setting is okay and leave it like it is. In the sub-menu cloud settings, we can adjust how thick, bright and fast clouds are. What I like to do is to set the cloud height all the way up to 50. That makes the world look bigger and brings more variation into the visible cloud formations. With the setting
Brings
cloud
the
amount, you
CPU
can set the
be
percentage
waiting
of the sky
on
So,
moon if you are using a sky mod
anong
together with your
shaders in-apply mo?
complementary lang. Depende sa trip mo. Mas vanilla feels yung isa.
Complementary shaders. Wow, may reimagine pa pala dito, bro.
Your imagined medyo vanilla.
Vanilla. Whoa. What's going on?
Got it.
Yo, what is going on? Nothing's happening.
What do you mean?
Am
Shaders?
I dumb? Please go link installation section.
Ano?
No.
Shaders ba wala pa? Sa settings.
Okay. Wala.
Your complementary shaders. Otherwise, your modified sky will not show up. With sun glare strengths, you can make the illuminated region around the sun brighter.
Kaya pala bobo. Dumbass. Dummy dome. Delete that shit, bro. Guys. Man. Bobo kasi nito eh. Agoy, nag-crash. Ay, uy, tong ina, ang ganda ng shader mo, idol. Sheesh.
Diba?
Good luck sa FPS mo.
Yun lamang.
Eesh. Tangin ng FPS yan, 30.
Download mo din yung ano, Oculus Flywheel. Yung flywheel. Okay na ba yan?
Yeah, na-add ko na.
Lahat? Click mo lang. Mataas pa siguro yan.
Tangin ang ganda ng shaders mo, idol. Hindi na ako maglalaro, manonood na lang ako pag ganito eh.
Manood ka na. Like
Manood
and
ka
subscribe.
lang. Manood ka na lang, bro. Copy. Paste. Bro. Alam ko sa tubig ako pinaka namamangha dito eh.
Yung complementary lang. Yung tubig sa reimagined pangit eh. Vanilla.
Try ko sa reimagined.
Pero mas mabilis ata yun. Ano pa?
Oo nga, ang pangit ng tubig dito, boy.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Na-adjust ko ang settings ngayon na itong ano, complementary. Pwede pa pagandahin.
Or darker and decide how blinding the sunlight should be when you look into it. I think the setting is okay and leave it like it is. In the sub-menu Cloud Settings, we can adjust how thick, bright and fast clouds are. What I like to do is to set the cloud height all the way up to 50. That makes the world look bigger and brings more variation into the visible cloud formations. With the setting Cloud Amount, you can set the percentage of the skybox area that is covered by clouds. A higher value means that there are more clouds, and that's something you have to adjust to your liking. I'm happy with the standard setting. Alright, one back, and then we have the Aurora Borealis. By default, this one is only visible in snow biomes. However, if you want to see it in any biome as variant 4.5, we make it more immersive and it looks more like what it is in real life. Really pretty. You can also adjust the colors of the aurora here, but this done is guide.
Fancy.
Change the amount of stars that get shown or sunrise sunset. Turn this option off if you prefer to see the stars only during the night. Down here we have the option galaxies. With that you can fill the heavens above with galactic nebulas. Beautiful. I can imagine filled.
Ganda.
Down here we have the option galaxies. With that you can fill the heavens above with galactic nebula. And man oh man, the complementary shaders make the end just look amazeballs. We can choose
Bang.
between off, which leaves the horizon
Hindi
and
pa
sky
naman
of the
nagka-crush
end
eh.
in
Hanggang
the
walang crush,
We can
okay lang
choose
yan.
between off, which leaves the horizon and sky of the end in the
Crush,
which
crush.
at the top of that we get
Ang
some
ganda nung entry. Yung end. Oh,
Try natin
stars in the skybox.
lumalamon tayo.
Both check that out. With
Laman kadali. Kita mo yung animation.
Yeah. Astig. Wow, kahit naka-inventory. Yoshi!
So good.
Tang-inang
impression,
kawawa yung
we
graphics
basically
card
can
ko
add
dito, boy.
fractal patterns to the nebula.
Yung lawang.
I like
Oh,
them vertically
nakasync
stretched
eh.
and leave them at 0. With distribution, we can set the height of the nebula. Lower values
Karagis
make
ka,
the
boy.
nebula bigger and higher values compress the nebula towards the horizon. I personally like it a bit more horizon all around you. This to 6.2, which
Buti sana kung 4,000 series tayo, no? Di ba naka-ano ka, 3,000 series ka?
Comes.
Cheh.
creates a nice band at the horizon all
Yeah.
around you. Nicely like it a bit more compressed and set this to 6.2, which creates a nice band at the horizon all around you. Nebula size determines the amount of nebula columns that get added to your nebula. More columns means more substructures and details. However, if you turn this too high, then it does. In case that you are not a fan of stars in the end, you can turn them off by setting the nebula star brightness to
Okay,
0.0.
wala naman nagka-crush eh.
With the sky menu,
Okay.
let's go back to this water type.
Mm.
Where you rock look, then you can switch to those. Best looking in my opinion, not that good. Therefore, I recommend to increase the underwater fog distance to 96. If you have a good computer and can spare some FPS, then I recommend to turn on water refraction and projected caustics, which will give you some nice refraction on the water surface and even make the caustics underwater visible from the visual distortion. I personally think that it is at a good spot with 1.0. In water wave settings, we can customize how the surface of the water looks like. More bumpy like the ocean, or if you want a more definitive set, tune in all the settings, I just put them on the screen and show you the results. I think those are
Yeesh,
three
tong
really
ina,
neat
paano
variants.
mag-screenshot
Choose
dito,
whatever you
boy?
like best.
F2.
Ah, look at the
F2.
nice reflections of the
Wow.
calm water. I think this is going to be my standard.
Si Kuya din
Alright, back to the
shaders eh. Tapos niya siguro sa ano. Nether. Sakte, ay, gusto i-ano.
Puta,
i-live
golden
ko.
hour, alis siya.
Yeah. Ano ba?
Sheesh, bro.
Mas snowy pa ako. May ano dito eh. Parang ano yun? Aurora. Kineme.
We, may aurora din pala to.
Pag sa snowy.
Ang ina. Cinematic view.
Bahay ni Elsa.
Sheesh. Tangin, ang ganda rin ng clouds eh, no?
Games. So floppy. Ayan na.
Sheesh. Tsaka makikita yung ano, yung screenshots.
Hanapin mo. Sa mods folder. I-back mo siguro.
Doon rin yun.
I-back mo. Nandun na pa yung screenshots folder. Ito na. Sa may creeper. Yung moon.
Sheesh. Hindi, mas trip ko yung golden hour dito, gago.
Hindi kasi naka-on yung on sa'yo eh. Galaxy Kineme.
Sheesh.
But yeah, it's different pa rin. Than our. Maybe it's still labas.
Tangina, paano ko mahanap yun, tropa?
Clean.
Yung mga screenshots ng Minecraft.
Ano ba yan? Nandyan yan. Click mo nga yung ano, di ba, open mods folder.
Ah, okay. So, kailangan ko mag-ano.
Si launcher.
Yan, yung pala yun eh. Yun yung screenshots. Panis, putang
Send mo
ina.
dun sa ano, snaps.
Hala,
Sa
gago.
Minecraft.
Iba yung quality ah. Sheesh.
Sige ba? Send mo dun.
Pero isipin ko pa rin yan.
Minecraft snaps. Channel.
Minecraft snap. Tangap, yung pitik ko pang ano to. Saan na ba yun? Minecraft snaps. Tignan mo yung pitik ko, bigago. Upload file. Dot Minecraft. I was all alone. Ang ina naman talaga. 7. Ay nako, Discord. Cringe.
Bawal. Masyadong malaki.
Hindi. Hindi ko lang mahanap.
Ay. I-drag mo lang dyan.
Ay, tanga.
Oh. Oh, meron na nga.
Open talaga, Lisa. Ano ba yan, be?
Ayan. Bro.
Tanga, hindi ka pwede madrag. Isang paling kaya kita.
Pwede. Nagawa mo. Pwede. Ang mundo ka ba?
Oo, bobo.
Pwede nga. Doon sa
Bobo,
message,
bobo.
sa tataypan talaga, doon mo i-drag.
Okay. Sabi mo eh.
Test ko.
Ayaw nga makulit,
Pwede nga,
makulit.
ayun o. Ba't bawal sa'yo? Ikaw ba dinadrag? Picture ba yan?
Oo.
Paano kung ayaw?
Tamo.
Oo na.
Bobo naman nito ni Alisa. Huwag ka na maglaro.
Kawawa.
Wag mo na i-send. Tangina naasal.
Tignan mo, tignan mo. Ay, okay. Ano?
Tamo. Tamo.
Oh, drag.
Diba ito?
Oh.
Dadrag ko lang. Ano?
Oo, ganyan lang. Ba't bawal sa'yo?
Ayaw.
Click ka sa
Oo.
channel. Di ba mo
Dames.
full screen? Sa akin, tignan mo.
Dames.
You're the dumbass. You looking?
Tingin.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Ina.
Copy, paste. Oh, copy, paste. Ay, joke lang. Ano yan?
Makulit you
Try mo copy, paste.
Try natin.
Parang peke to. Ba't bawal sa'yo? Hold shift to upload directly. Insta upload mode. Nakabawal ka naman mag-chat dito.
Pwede, bobo.
No?
Dames.
Eh. Huwag yan.
Ano yan?
Itik. Nasaan ka?
Ano yan?
Mga shaders.
Sumishader si Idol. Sino ka dyan, be?
Kilala.
Sino ka dyan? Ay, ang pangit. Tanga, nakaano kasi ako. Tawag doon, yung FOB. Diba? Parang naano tuloy siya.
Yeah.
Banat. Sheesh, gamer na gamer pa dun no? FOB. Sige guys, tulog muna ako. Sige guys.
Waiting for Pisho.
Sige guys.
Sige. Ano mo ka? Dami na pala.